All right, it's 4:30 in the morning local time here in Joshua Tree National Park. Just woke up, got my coffee. Here's a little travel hack. If you're ever traveling and need a quick coffee, this Trader Joe's black coffee in a can is delicious and gets the job done. But today I'm going out to a cactus garden here in Joshua Tree National Park, and it's called Cholla Cactus Garden, and it's really popular for sunrise. So I'm hoping I get a good composition, we get some good color. We had some rain roll through last night, so I'm hoping there are some lingering clouds out. But the Cholla garden and the Cholla cactus itself is like when the sunlight hits it at the right angle, it's almost like the needles glow this little like neon yellow. So I'm pretty excited about them. They're also called jumping cholla because they have a tendency to latch on to whatever you're wearing, your shoes, your shirt, your pants. So I'll probably end up with a couple of those on my body today. So I think I found a good composition here for this sunrise. You know, for me, like desert landscapes are some of the best, but they're also some of the most difficult to photograph and work with just because like the landscape is so sparse. And a lot of times when I'm dealing with something like cacti in the foreground, they're so dispersed and kind of spread out that I want to capture them with a wide angle lens. But how do you do that best? Because, you know, when you use a wide angle, it tends to disperse things even more than they already are. So you're kind of dealing with all these patches of dry, arid ground in between all the cacti. So what I've done and tried to do here, I'm hoping that it works out. I mean, it's pitch black right now, I can barely see, but what I'm trying to do here is use a really wide cactus in the foreground to fill up the entire bottom of the frame. Right now I have it composed vertically because that just frames this up best way possible, but I don't know if I'm going to use that for the end composition just because I wanted that horizontal shot, but sometimes, you know, conditions don't really complement that. So going vertical right now because we have some really good color. It's really cool. I'll turn this around for you guys to see, but in sunrise where we have it right now, here's the cholla I'm using for the foreground. But where this sunrise, you can see the sun just like barely popping up right here. But right there has been a storm and it's been lightning and raining right there. Pretty cool to see. And just a pretty cool like experience to see in the desert. I didn't think it was gonna storm at all, so it was a pretty awesome scene to witness and watch as the sun continues to come up and photograph. So I actually am going to switch this to a horizontal shot because if you look at the back of my camera, like all this right here had some streaking clouds that were going in a vertical direction, but those have all moved off and are completely out of the frame. And what I have left is just all this boring negative space. But these clouds that are on the horizon here that are getting set up for sunset are all on a horizontal line. So I want to complement those and frame those up horizontally, whereas I did have my shot featuring all these clouds that were moving like this but completely moved off. So you have to constantly watch, change with the conditions, watch what they're doing and adapt to them. Oh man, what a really fun sunrise shoot this morning. You know, it was good to get out here in the Cholla garden and actually see it for myself. I've seen photos of it a lot, but I've never like been out to this area. I'm totally falling in love with this landscape and Joshua Tree itself. But you know, we had just enough sunlight peeking over the mountain and under the cloud that was coming up, illuminating those cholla cactus a little bit, and then having a nice sun star. Really happy with this sunrise shot that turned out this morning, but on to scout more locations.